much for clicking on this video. Now today's video is going to be a huge treat, the top 5 mistakes people make when powerlifting. So for those of you who are beginners, this is really good information because it's always important to know the mistakes that you should be avoiding, right? Things that are going to be causing you injury or prolonging your results and your recovery. And for those of you who have experience with powerlifting, trust me, you can always learn from others. Maybe you're doing one of these 5 things in your training routine or regimen that you should maybe, take out. Now, I don't have a lot of experience when it comes to powerlifting, but I know somebody who does, who has many years of experience and practices what he preaches, so please make sure to go check Colin out. So without further ado, Colin, take it away. Tell us the top 5 things people are doing that they should stop doing when powerlifting.
What's going on, everybody? So my name is Colin Dewaay. I am a USAPL 83 kilogram powerlifter, and Julian asked me to step in and do a video talking about some of the mistakes that I see people make as they get into powerlifting, some of the things to avoid if you're trying to get started in powerlifting. So with that being said, let's just kick it off. I'm going to give you 5 things to avoid when starting out as a powerlifter. So the number one thing, work on technique. I cannot stress this enough. You need to make sure that you focus on getting better at squatting, benching, and deadlifting for obvious reasons. Now, with that being said, that does not mean you just go out and copy your favorite lifter's technique. They are very much different than you. And one thing you have to keep in mind when it comes to powerlifting technique is it's very individual. It comes down to different levers, different anatomy, and different structures of each individual, and movement patterns will be very different based on these levers. Someone with extremely long femurs and a short torso will move much differently than someone with a long torso and short femurs. So you just have to keep that in mind. If you just see somebody and you say, wow, they're a really good squatter, copy their squat technique, that might be a horrible, horrible way for you to do that movement based on your anatomy. So it really comes down to understanding biomechanics and all that stuff, which obviously not every single powerlifter is going to go in and get an advanced degree in biomechanics or anything like that. However, you can definitely do some research and understand the different movements and how they go, and just practice technique. It all comes down to practice. The more you do something, the better you're going to get at it. So just go in there, get some more experience, and do the movements. So that brings me to point number 2. Stay away from these very high volume routines you see out there. There's a lot of different powerlifting programs that people like to follow, and some of them out there like Smolov, the Bulgarian method, squat every day, things like that. These are programs that are very high volume. They're for more advanced athletes, and they're programs that while you probably will see significant progress on, they're not what you need right now. Not only do you not need them, but most likely they're going to end you with injury. Okay, so there's a couple problems that come into play here. One, your body's not ready for the high volume. Volume is sets times reps times weight, if you don't know. So your body's not ready for this yet. If you just go out there and you go from not squatting at all to squatting 4 days per week, tons of sets, tons of reps, tons of weight, it's going to beat you down and you're going to get hurt. Your body's not ready for it. Volume, while it is a very key indicator in strength and hypertrophy progress, it also needs to be progressed appropriately. Okay, you can't just take significant jumps without paying the consequences in all likelihood. Now, even if you somehow don't get injured on a high volume routine, what you've now done is set your volume threshold really high. Okay, so in the beginning, you have to understand that you can make progress very easily. You're going to see strength adaptations so fast, and you're going to make progress just extremely quickly, and just take advantage of that. You can go over to the gym and do just about anything and see good progress. So just go out there and learn the movements, lift heavy, and just kind of have some fun and see some progress, and you can worry about more advanced stuff down the road. In the beginning, you don't need them, and they're most likely just going to set you back and make it so you might not be able to have a powerlifting career because you beat yourself up so bad right at the beginning. Okay, so be smart and progress volume appropriately. Tip number 3, this won't be available for everybody, but if it is all possible, train with other powerlifters. If there's other powerlifters at your gym or other people you know who are powerlifters, get together with them and train as much as possible. There's no better way to get a better understanding, to get more educated, and to just really get deep into the sport than if you're hanging around like-minded people who are doing the same things, that have the same passions as you. It just makes a huge difference. And if you can get into a really good gym that has a lot of powerlifters, it will really propel you to the next level, and it'll help you get a really good understanding on things. So if you want to be good at powerlifting, surround yourself with people who are good at powerlifting. Tip number 4 kind of goes in line with the first tip, but just do not compare yourself to other people, okay? It doesn't matter what other people are doing and how much better they are than you. Just focus on you and getting better for you. That's the beautiful thing about powerlifting. No matter how competitive you are compared to other people, you can always do better than yourself, and you can always hit PRs, and you can always get better. That's why it's such a fun sport. And the problem is most people compare themselves to other people, but they're comparing themselves to people who have been doing this for a long time. If you've been doing this for 3 months and you're comparing yourself to some elite level athlete who's been powerlifting since he was 13 years old and he's now 32, guess what? Yeah, he's gonna be a lot better powerlifter than you. It's just the way it is. So don't worry about what anybody else is doing. This goes with pretty much anything fitness related, not just powerlifting, but it does nothing but bring you harm if you compare yourself to others. So just focus on you and getting better for yourself. All right, my last and final tip here, number 5. When it comes to when you should do your first powerlifting meet, a lot of people make the mistake of thinking they need to be at a certain level of strength to do a meet. Then, you know, I have to wait until I get to this total, or I'm closer to most other people, or I have this kind of a Wilks. Don't fall into that trap, okay? Early is a good time to do your first meet. Whenever you feel like you want to do one and you think it would be fun, that's the time to do it. Now, I wouldn't go out there and do a meet if you've just started squatting and deadlifting and you don't even know how to do the movements yet. But once you've been training for a while and you enjoy it and you think like it's something you might want to do more long term, get in there and do a meet. Okay, so your first meet is all about getting experience. It's about platform experience. It's about learning the different commands, all the different things that go on in the meet. You know, you're gonna make a lot of mistakes in your first meet. You are going to. So why wait until you are stronger to make those mistakes? You know, get those mistakes out of the way early when it doesn't really mean anything, when you're not competitive. Make those mistakes right away, learn from them so that when you are more competitive, you've already learned from those mistakes and you can have better meets and be more competitive when you already are competitive to begin with, okay? So don't wait forever to do a meet. Get in there. They are such an amazing experience. You will absolutely love it. It doesn't matter if you are finishing last place or first place, how strong you are, it doesn't matter. Everyone at these meets are always super supportive. Everyone's gonna cheer you on. Everyone wants you to do well. The camaraderie at a powerlifting meet is absolutely unmatched. It's unbelievable, and it's such a great atmosphere and a great experience to be a part of. So if you have any inkling of wanting to do a meet, just get out there and do it. Trust me, do not wait, just get it done. Alright guys, that's pretty much all I have. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much, Julian, for the opportunity. I really do appreciate it. If you guys did like this video, come on over and check out my channel. You will find more content like this. My channel is basically all about education and my journey as a powerlifter. There'll be some other stuff sprinkled in, but those are the main 2 things. If you didn't like this video, you will not like my channel, so don't come over. It's pretty simple stuff, right? So, I will hopefully talk to you guys later.
I'm addicted to the love that you're giving. Every minute, every day I've been craving.